Hi everybody, my name is Erin and I am a new ambassador of REV'IT, and I am so excited to talk about their adventure gear. I want to tell you a little bit about myself and to give you some credibility to my riding history and what I am doing. I've been riding for about 10 years. I have about 12 motorcycles at present time. My go-tos are my GS 650. I also have a Beta 300, X-Trainer 300, and then I have a Honda 230L. Those are basically my go-tos for dual sport, dirt, and adventure. I will be wearing my adventure gear for all of them. I founded a group called Women's OffRoad Moto. Women's OffRoad Moto has about 200 women in it that are all over the spectrum of riding. We take about a trip a month, mostly east of the Mississippi, but we do have women who have ridden all over the world in our group. And next year I'm really excited about taking a trip to Africa. It'll be my first trip overseas riding GS motorcycles. So what I want to talk about today is what I'm wearing. So right now I have kind of a mosh podge of a couple things on, and then as I acquire more pieces, I'll be really excited to talk about them. I just got this particular pant and jacket, I think maybe last Friday. So I've taken a couple rides on them, so I can't really talk about the safety from experience as much as I can talk about the look, the cut, and the fit, which is super important. One thing that I've noticed in the community of riding with women and having this group is when you have a company that you can't really try the clothes on, you're always kind of like scrambling to find out how they fit. So right now I'm wearing the Tornado 2 pants. You can see how they fit. The first thing I noticed when I put them on was how comfortable they were in the waist. So as you can see, I am wearing a size 42. I typically wear an American size, a snug 8 or loose 10. I do have most of my weight, my hips do not lie, through my backside and my hips, and my waist is typically smaller. So I was really curious how it was going to fit if not having a slim. I'm very curvy, so I don't really have a slim figure. And as you can see, they actually fit really, really comfortably. I prefer my pants a little bit more loose, and the reason why is because I have to lift my legs really high over to get over my bikes. So my GS, like I'm lifting my leg over here. With my Beta, which is very tall, I'm lifting my leg way over, so I don't want to split the back of my pants. I like to squat. I'm really active when I'm riding. I'm standing, I'm squatting, I'm banking, just pushing the bike back and forth over rocks or other terrain. So I like to have this space. Another thing I noticed is on my previous adventure pants, I kind of look like an astronaut. Like the padding goes way out. And when I first put them on, I had to do a double take. There's hip pads, and the technology is amazing. They still don't look like, my hips are not out to here. They're normal size. So the one thing I will say that was my biggest concern when I took these out of the packaging, I'm 5'3". And I should have probably gotten a short. These are the standard length that you typically get, which I think is, oh gosh, I can't really speak to the length right at this present moment, but they do have a short, a standard, and a tall. So my biggest concern with the length was the knee pad position. I've actually fallen and gotten hurt on trails because of poor knee pad placement. I bruised my kneecap, and let me tell you, I know that we've had probably a few injuries of the people who've watched this. I was more concerned that when I sat on my bike, if I was going to get the correct knee placement, because the whole reason why we're wearing this is not only to be stylish, but for safety. My biggest concern is safety. I have a lot to live for. So when I was sitting on my bike this evening, I went for a ride. I took a decent ride, and I wasn't doing anything off-road. It was all road, but I really kind of felt when I was sitting and standing. And I will say that it's on the highest placement of where the knee pad sits when I'm sitting, and I think it's going to be okay. I will say, if at 5'3", I'll bet somebody who's 5'4" could even do the short size. So if you are 5'4" or shorter, I would definitely go with the short. I can't speak to the tall, but this standard length is very tall. It's pretty tall. Everything else about the fit, to me, it feels great. I love it. I love the way it fits through here. Through the waist, and it has size. You can see where it's got like a sizing belt, so you can see that you can tighten and or loose it. And I just had myself some Taco Tuesday, so I was kind of glad to be loosening that a little bit. So another thing is, these Tornado 2 pants are very, very breathable. When it is 90 degrees and I'm on the trail or I'm on whatever dirt track or on the road, it's gonna feel amazing. They are very breathable, they're very comfortable. So I think that's all I really want to say about these pants. The next thing I wanna go to is my jacket. I will be receiving the Tornado 2 jacket, and I will be happy. I'm going to go over that as well once I get it. But this is the Airwave 2. So this is the Airwave jacket. As you can see, this is also a size 42. I have so this, you can see in here, it has a spine protector. So I will be wearing every piece of gear that I possibly can. I will even be adding a neck brace from Liat. I have a Liat neck brace that I will be wearing as well. So I am all about gear. I'm in my 40s and I have 3 kids and a job, and I'm all about making sure that that is my first priority. So I do have the spine protector in here. It also has the shoulder and the elbow. You can see that it's sizable as well, and I'm going to put it on so you can see what it looks like. Something else I really liked about it was it had inside pockets. I always carry my utility knife. Usually my cell phone's kind of on the dash of my bike, and I always wear a camel pack as well. But we always have those miscellaneous things, so having the extra pockets was kind of nice. I can tell you this is really, really durable just by putting it on. Last year when I was wearing kind of middle of the road gear, by the second rally I went to, or the second time I went on a trip, I was carrying a needle and thread to sew my gear together. One thing I will tell you, this is the first jacket I have ever worn where I can actually snap the neck and I can breathe. I couldn't believe it. This is really comfortable. This is also a summer or cooler jacket, so when I was riding earlier, I could feel the breeze, and I told my husband that I was glad I put layers on. Otherwise, I would have actually been chilly on this spring evening. So it's going to be great in the summer because it breathes, it feels great. I really like the fit. It's very comfortable. If I wanted to, I could zip the 2 pieces together to make it one piece, which in a couple weeks when I go ride through Hatfield-McCoys through the Appalachian Mountains, I will be doing that. I will be making it one piece to make sure that I have enough protection, that if I fall, my jacket doesn't ride up, that I'm getting the full spine protection that I need. I have a lot of maneuverability, so when I'm riding, when I'm standing, when I'm squatting, when I need to move with my bike, I still feel like I can do that. I feel great, and I really love how fashionable this looks. I feel very feminine, and I actually like that piece about it. I like feeling feminine, even though I love this really aggressive sport. So yeah, that's kind of my initial feedback. I think I mentioned it does have elbow pads, and they go pretty far down in the forearm, which I was kind of glad. So it does have the appropriate safety gear, armor inside the jacket. And I think that's all I really wanted to mention about these specific pieces today. My boots, as you saw with my pants, go underneath my pants. I'm wearing MSRs. REV'IT does have their own line of boots, by the way, that you can check out. However, you can see how they kind of wrap and strap on there. So I think that's pretty much all. The one thing that I will say is when I went to partner with REV'IT in doing this, I was amazed at their website. Their technology is hands down top of the line. I'm very, very excited that I get to do this. I highly, highly recommend it. I was actually even looking at their urban line to even purchase some pants that I want of theirs today. So if you have any questions, please ask them, comment. Please check out my group called Women's Off-Road Moto on Facebook. We have a public and a private page. I will be posting videos about the gear as I wear it there as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning in.